Most Christian Zionists in America have no idea that the people living in Israel are not native, the area of Palestine, Israel, whatever you want to call it. They were not born there. They immigrated from Europe.
Ashkenazi Jews.
They were Ashkenazi Jews who came in from Europe and with the rifle took the land. God didn't give it to them. They took it at the point of a rifle shooting Arabs, and they killed Muslims and Christians. They slaughtered them, massacres, women, children, horrible massacres. That is the history of Israel, 1948, and I dare any Christian Zionist to prove me wrong, because I can show you the historical records of the massacres that took place in 48. It was horrible, absolutely horrible, the people who were killed. And because of that, the Arabs developed a fury, an anger that European Ashkenazis just flooded in to Palestine and violently pushed them off their land. Most Christian Zionists in America.
Barakatha Yahweh.
Most Christian Zionists in America have no.
Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and salutation of the Aki. I'm pushing out the word and truth and sincerity of the hopeful elect around the globe. Just wanted to share that quick clip because, you know, with all the controversy of Zion, which really is another alias for Israel, the true Israelites, the controversy of who the Israelites are that we're seeing breaking out throughout the so-called Middle East, all right, of, you know, the people from Gaza and the Palestinians were fighting back against the so-called Israelis and back and forth, all right. The controversy of the land goes even deeper beyond that. But what this man is breaking down is in 1948, you know, when they took it by sword and by pillaging the land, just ransacking an invasion, a blood-curdling invasion, all right? But way beyond that, the true Israelites, as we teach, is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, West Indians, all right? You so-called minorities scattered abroad. And of course, we've had children with the women of the other nations and vice versa. Their men have had children with our women. So there has been even a confusion and it's not a skin color thing. Ultimately, if your spirit resonates with this word, all right, you most likely are an Israelite, no matter what you look like, okay? If your spirit could resonate with this word, or when you trace back in your ancestry, if these curses found in the book of Deuteronomy, all right, as the Lord wrote, that would happen upon the Israelites, if they affect you, your community, your family, you're more likely than not one of the children of Israel, because it is written that we are like the sands of the seas. Okay, so the controversy that's been going on and why the Most High has cursed the land as well, it goes back to the people itself. The people are cursed, which is, again, you so-called minorities. That's why you're in the ghettos, in the poverty around the world. But now that we're reaching Judgment Day, and this thing is coming to a climax, and we're going to go into World War III, the war to end all wars, in the same war that Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, is going to return in these so-called UFOs, okay? When this thing comes to its head, it's going to be bloody, and we need to know why, all right? And Numbers 35:33 says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. The land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So just showing how the way that they raped, robbed, murdered, and pillaged for that land, not only here in the Americas and around the world, but on Holy Land, like Israel, where, or in that region, the so-called Middle East, where the Lord's people and holy land is supposed to be, all right? But we've been scattered since beyond the Exodus, all right? We've been in slavery time and time again under different empires and different rulerships, because the Lord has scattered us, because that is him being true to his word. He said that if we went off, worshipped idols, all right, committed adultery, became this adulterous generation that we are today, if we defied and rebelled against the law, statutes, and commandments, because they're commandments, all right, if we defied him, we were going to go into slavery time and time again. So the Lord is true to his word, and sure enough, we're now enslaved and under the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, all right? These Amalekites were under their slavery and their rulership that they're planning to take to another level, and it's because of our wickedness to this day. You see how our women conduct themselves, our men, okay? No honor, no loyalty, no faith, all right? No reverence, no respect of the elder, okay? Nothing. So the Most High is going to brutally judge this place because it's become godless, all right? And that's written of in the scriptures. And again, it's because of the wicked rulers. Jeremiah 16:19, that's on the screen, says, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies. All right? Inherited lies. Okay? Because it's been nothing but a big-ass lie. From the Balfour Declaration, all right, to how they politically made that a state, okay? All through politics and bloodshed and the sword, okay? And that's the blessing of these Edomites. Let's get that real quick. The fats of the land, all right? Trying to look for a specific verse. It's in Salakia, bear with me. I'm looking for the particular verse. I'll just quote it. But when it goes into Esau, all right, being blessed with the fats of the land by the sword, he was going to take the fatness of the land, meaning the best places, which again, this is why he's been able to take places like the so-called Middle East, the Fertile Crescent, the capital of the world, and then why he lives in the most lavish places around all the continents is because of the sword, how he's been able to take and dominate with the blessing of the sword. And that goes back to Genesis, where Esau was being blessed and Jacob, but that was the blessing. Father, I'm trying to look for that conversation. Genesis 27:34. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety, and hath taken away thy blessing. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me. These 2 times he took away my birthright, and behold, now he taketh away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved the blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. All right, so that's the verse I was looking for. Salakia, and all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The fatness of the earth. And let's go to the Hebrew word for fatness. It means fatness, fat piece, fertile place. All right, the goodness of the land, richly prepared food, fatness, fat pieces, oil, olive oil, fatness, stout, vigorous, fertile spots or places. All right, so Esau has surely been able to take that. That's why he is the ruling class elite. He has accomplished world domination for the most part, you know, becoming the superpower of the earth. That's why scriptures say that Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, because Jacob is going to be the beginning of the new world, the new kingdom of heaven, a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. But at the end of this filthy wickedness, this filthy rulership, this filthy earth, Esau was going to be ruling. So he's a marker for us to see how the prophecies are playing out. Like in Esdras, we were instructed to measure the time diligently. That's how we measure the time, by prophecies coming to pass, these prophecies popping up, all right, like the MOTB, like this Third World's War, and like Esau ruling and being the devil the Bible speaks of, and bringing in his MOTB by bloodshed, all right, which as you can see, he has a track record of doing that. That's why he's not going to receive mercy from the Heavenly Father, because he has not shown mercy. All right. And as you can see, that he's the false accuser of thy brethren, as the scriptures say, because he sold his birthright, but he wanted to go cry and weep as if he was tricked or robbed of it. All right. Jacob supplanted him, but he was willing, because he didn't have faith, he didn't honor it, and it just shows that the hatred that the Heavenly Father has against him, he wanted that to be on his conscience, all right, that he could have had the kingdom of heaven, but because he never did right, and he's most likely the reincarnation of Cain, all right, that slew his brother, that he still has the same spirit of the devil in him, all right, and that's why he's wanted to slay Jacob to this day. Okay, so with that, I pray brothers and the few sisters was edified. Till next time, shalom, all honor, love, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakudash. All right. Well, the controversy of Zion is that we are the children of Israel. These people are impostors and heathens. And now the Lord, with wrath and indignation, is beginning to visit the world in which he made. And yes, he's going to destroy all places where Esau is prevalent and Esau is in stronghold. So yes, that includes the continent of Babylon the Great, which is so-called aka America, and all states, including that land over there that's been invaded and occupied. All right, so till next time, shalom.